Tuesday, September 26th, 2023. Curbing recent security breaches, government to block data leakers' websites. Lol, easy, citizen data. First Workaholics Treatment Center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Something's missing from the drawer. Did I misplace it? Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Or not. Good evening. Hey barista, how are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything is just fine. Are you sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was just here the other day. Oh, that's right. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least, that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, it's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So, Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called an STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. One hot drink coming up. Thanks. Barista, are you sure this is my drink? Is it wrong? I'm really sorry. Let me remake it for you. Don't worry about it. Just be more careful next time. I will. Really sorry about that. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. And it's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him? Yes. His car? Not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him in that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh, I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it, is all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it, which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah? And he kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realized that makes no sense. I get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by, considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough and you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay, just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. You get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Excuse me for a moment. Got it. Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix, but thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Russian tea for the Lady Russian to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you meeting with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, so you two connected in the end. I'm sorry I failed to give his contact info to you. It's fine. He sent me a message last night through my private social media, which both surprised and confused me. I mean, how did he find my account? I heard you can find just about anything online nowadays if you know your way around, so it's probably an internet thing. Sounds a bit worrisome. What about people's privacy? Yeah, that's a valid concern. All we can do now is consider carefully what we put out there, I suppose. Right. Then I wonder, what does he want from me? Hmm. Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best, given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd be more stable as the days go by, but no need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything that you could. I know, thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with children? Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day. Oh, that. For a minute there, I thought I had beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. While we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yeah, that's correct. See, so it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property. Yeah, it's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's being done with it, since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby, right? Then again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd? How? It's just barren, especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long, long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling? A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait, there's a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb, about 8 feet tall and no leaves. Been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers, and the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances? Hold on, I'm just going to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library, on a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has a large dead tree surrounded by remembrances for some reason? Sounds about right, except the tree is no longer there. Oh? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy, I thought I'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Barista, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck, because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it for you now? No, it's fine, I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, what's up, y'all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about this part where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? Yeah, but it's not a big issue. Still sorry you had to experience that. Where'd you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you'd like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh, is it within the area you expected, or...? Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured, we already increased patrols in that area. That's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you? Out of all people, doubting my skill, barista? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Oh well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, barista, and don't forget my lighter. Oh, there it is. Thanks, barista. You probably think I'm being silly, but what can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah, it's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of that sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something dessert-y, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing. Any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick, I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song, but for some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? And I'll have that thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot spicy kick to it. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called? That's what we call it here, at least. Very cool. Then, bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, barista. You're so welcome. So, Pops, just earlier you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experiences, right? Was it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because it's maybe just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big of a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You got a point there. Y'all were talking about that area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look, so when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Why, what's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, barista? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand, but I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me here, huh? So, anyways, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars would park there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Hold on. What a stage setup, eh? Oh, whew, there you go. Thank goodness. So sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night, 2 spaced across the street and 2 on the opposite corner side by side. My plan was to leave after I walk one last round to make sure everything was okay, and a reminder you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay. Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette, smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done, right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, and 1 across the street. All tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you in a span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire, and that's if you're using the right tools, right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Are they sure? Can't you... I feel like slashing it... Not that I have any experience, but I feel like you could just literally take any tool and slash a tire pretty quickly. Less than 1 minute per tire. But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out, suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going farther and farther away from the scene, and yet, I saw nothing at all. Oh. Are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way squeakier than what you told me in the car, but it's cool though. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there yesterday, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast, right? Anyway, barista, I think I want another drink. That talking is making my throat dry and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that, what would you like? What do you suggest? How about something with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I want a red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. 1 piping hot thé jahe rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? Jahe means ginger, thé means tea, and rosella is roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy, but perfect for the weather. Good call, barista. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops, because I'm not scared of ghosts. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun there, little ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's something even crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me, but she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be of any use at all, but... Officer, are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it. What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace, but it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really? That's terrible, horrible, terrible, both, all of the above. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transients' survival throughout the changing times, in more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore. The start of a fairy week would be marked by flowers strewn across the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more and becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. Then a tragic incident occurred one time. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there, and the only evidence left of the crime was that tree, standing where there was no tree before. Wait a second. What? Why did I never hear about it? How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959. The market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. But that wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, and as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass from the physical world, some may leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that, though. Us banshees don't do that. You don't? No, we simply disappear. So, if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence yet because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail, so the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes, and that's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa, I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss, but I have a question for you. Yes? You think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops? I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep y'all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? About the fairies passing and about how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That is why there used to be a memorabilia around the tree. There were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events that I missed? It's quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Well then, nice meeting you. Good luck with your future auditions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, barista. Take care. You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're too tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't sell food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always so empty. Well, just kidding, barista. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I wouldn't mind one. Nice. What do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling and some brightness to it. I'm also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh, okay. Well, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Barista, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yep, what is it? It has blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. Here you go, miss. From the man sitting right beside you. It looks nice. Very pretty. I like it. Thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, barista, it looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. But man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also, about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me the chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Because I do. Why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way. The traditional way. Oh? Here to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, that's what you call a huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before, so I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was out of the sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is the sorbet aria? Oh, I mean she was a secondary character. Back in the early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patron. Often desserts, hence sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something? Yes. Things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time that I heard her voice was on an old recording on a comedy opera. I was still young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and lighthearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. Really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I never talked to anybody about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you and wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. You're just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before, and that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being very careful, yet courageous. Right, because the path that you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody's going to remember us? Right, barista? No comment. Aw. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see. Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to, because they're everywhere thanks to my dad. Oh, we weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us, for real. But sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover utilities for more than a couple of months, and he'd just leave again a couple of days later. Are you the eldest? No, but my older brothers had already moved out by the time that I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh, which is where my mom and siblings live now. So sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. Anyway, so my older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of that inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no, that's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they'd have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are still pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that's also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills, and of course, so I could stay alive as well. And that's why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together. I was really young and naive too, you know, because it was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know any better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even going to be an entertaining story. If you're uncomfortable with it, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. It's just that I really didn't like that production house, but I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. But you see, we were all creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge egos. So naturally, there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. They didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. Still. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked in the end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want you to take up more of your time. So, can I ask you a direct question? Sure. Great. Would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized I was being dumb the day that we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts onto you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Because everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? And you worked hard for it. Yeah, but I almost ended up losing sight of why I've been doing this all in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot, and all to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's gonna be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear. And not with exposure either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... wait, this is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally, it'll have like an interview at first, and then I'll record your singing. Then I'll bring all the gear, and I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too, so I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. I'm flattered, but no thank you. Okay, thanks for considering me though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay, it's got nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yes, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to, maybe, I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, barista. Sorry if I bored you. No, truly, it was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around. Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, barista. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years, and I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, barista. For what? For being such a good host. I know I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon, and we'll be waiting always. Safe trip, Miss Riona, and have a good night. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. If you like this video, be sure to like and follow for more.